Good afternoon, guys. Well, good evening, rather, I should say. Welcome back to InDaHouseMedia House School with Michelle Diamond. And of course, today we have the beautiful Kimberly Brown. Kimberly is the daughter of activist, actor, and former Pro Football Hall of Fame superstar, the amazing Jim Brown, who, if you guys don't know, just to give you a little bit, was the running back for Cleveland Browns of the National Football League from 1957 through 1965. So, how are you this evening, Kimberly?
I'm great, Michelle. How are you doing?
Much better now that I have you here on the platform. Such a beautiful smile, and definitely love everything that you're about, what you represent. You're definitely a philanthropist, and
Yeah,
I love your movement. Absolutely.
thank
So
you.
just to get in and let the viewers know a little bit about you, other than you being Jim Brown's daughter, could you give us a little bit of your background as far as what you've been doing and what we can expect?
Okay, yeah, sure. So, my name is Kimberly Brown, and I graduated from Baylor University with a bachelor's in business administration, marketing, and management. Did 17 plus years in sales experience, but now I'm working on my purpose, my God given purpose that God has given me, and that's Daughters of Legends. And Daughters
Okay.
of Legends is a women's superhero team coming together and uniting for the sole purpose to change the world.
Yay, I love it. I love it.
Thank
I
you.
saw that, and it's just amazing, especially having women playing the sport of football, because it's so much about that. Um, Tell us then, what common myth about the profession that you would like to debunk?
Oh, football?
Yes.
Um, I don't know. I think that I don't think there are any myths to football except maybe that girls can't play.
Exactly. Exactly. Right. And we see that's not true at all, because such amazing women that are part of that entire sport and doing an
Oh,
amazing
yes. So
job.
I definitely have to give a shout out to my league, the Legends Football League, who I played for in 2019 as a defensive end.
Yes.
And then also to my team Code Red in Atlanta, Georgia, where I played flag for the last 2 years as a running back, safety, corner, and defensive end. So,
Oh, wow. Awesome. So tell us, was it your father that inspired you to actually pursue, you know, football, or is it something that you just always loved?
well, actually, it was when God gave me the vision and the direction with Daughters of Legends. And the whole concept is following in our father's footsteps. So I wanted to try doing something just like my father. And that's when I went out and I tried out for the Los Angeles team for the LFL at that time in 2018. I didn't make the
Right.
team. I didn't make it. But I went back in 2019 with the Atlanta Steam and I made it. So it was, I would have to give credit to my father because he has inspired me to go out and play football and know that I can actually do it and achieve it and be successful at it and, be with my team members and build that bond. So he is definitely an inspiration of why I started it, but it was ultimately God.
Oh, that's awesome. And I'm glad that you shared that with us. See, because a lot of people, after the first time around, they'd have been, gotten a little bit discouraged and wouldn't, went back the next year. And, you're just going against all odds and persevering through it, everything.
Well,
So
thank
that's
you. Yes, and that's what I really want to teach young girls is that you have to persevere. You can't let anybody stop you from you pursuing your dream or anything that you want out of life. And
right.
that's really where my other brand, Daughters of Sports, comes in. And we work on providing national camps to young girls and to encourage them to keep playing the sport of football and other sports because that's where they're really going to ultimately get their strong mindset, be competitive, resilient, relentless.
Right.
so yeah, we have to definitely encourage young girls and women to continue playing sports. I think it's very important in our lives, and it really
Absolutely.
molds us. Yes.
It does. And it does a lot, especially with mental health. It's an outlet. And
Hmm.
not only that, with everything going on, and I can attest to that, during the pandemic, there are a lot of things, a lot of people experience, the pandemic weight. So it's a form of exercise, and you go out there, and it's just a healthier lifestyle all the
Oh
way
yeah.
around.
And that's definitely what we should be preaching out there is, health and, exercising, being outside in the sun, eating healthy, being all natural. I think that
Yes.
that really comes through when you're playing sports and you're really taught that young so you can continue that throughout your whole life.
Right. So amazing. I appreciate you for that. And definitely, once Dr. Perry launches the 7-day challenge live, we definitely will link with you because I believe you guys have a lot of the same concepts. And he's actually going to be attending quite a few of the huge seminars for women out in California as well as throughout Atlanta. So definitely right
Wow,
along the same
awesome.
line. Yeah, I love it. So with everything that you have going on, I know that you've done the marketing, like you expressed. You've done some acting. You
Yeah,
you've
I was
just been,
actually in the movie
yeah,
One Night in Miami.
yes.
Did you see it? Did you see One Night in Miami? It was on.
I didn't know, honestly, I
Oh,
didn't know, but I read up on, I read your bio, and I was just like, oh wow. And then, once I looked up the movie, I was just like, really, and definitely a must see on the list. So,
oh,
you know,
definitely. You have to see
yes,
it. Everybody else should see it. It's
one
of
night in Miami.
course, yes, One Night in Miami, directed by Regina King.
Yeah,
It's about my father, Jim Brown, Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, and Muhammad Ali. And it was back in
right,
1964 when Ali fought Sonny Liston for the championship. And I played Geraldine Liston, Sonny Liston's wife. So I have a little cameo in there, which was super awesome. To be in a movie
yes.
about my dad, that just was one of my dreams. And that was definitely accomplished. So that movie means a lot to me. So definitely go check it out. I think
Oh
Regina
yes.
King
Look,
did
once
a
I read up on it and I saw, who the movie, I was just like, wow, this is definitely something that I must do. And I'm going to make it a whole girls' night out to do it together with a few friends. So
okay,
absolutely.
good,
I look
good.
forward to it. I'm gonna like, yes, Jerome, we need to call Kimberly back and let her know what I thought about everything. Recap.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Let me know. Let
Yes,
me know.
absolutely. I mean, I'm just proud to see, a black woman doing her thing, and not just a black woman, a woman, period,
Yes.
elevating and, defying all odds and showing that, we are, just as good and we can do
Oh,
whatever, we put our minds to.
of
And that's,
course. And anyone can. Anyone
yeah,
can. You know what I mean? And we don't allow society, and that's what's wrong is people allow society to control your way of thinking,
yes.
right? So as women, we know we are some bad people.
Look, you can say it. Look, we are all adults here.
I didn't know. I didn't know. So,
Look, we're all adults.
so we some bad mamma jammas. Like my dad used to
Yep.
say, he'd be like, bad mamma jammas. We some bad mamma jammas. And so, we cannot allow other people to steer us from thinking that we're not. And
Right.
that's super important. Like I said, it's all about education and the mindset. But us women, we can do it all. We already do, though. We have
Yes.
children.
Listen, could we just put all caps periods? I love it.
Okay. Like for real. We
Yes,
out here
yes,
giving birth
yes.
and everything. You know what I
Oh, I'm
mean?
telling you, yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And I mean, like I said, entrepreneur, philanthropist all over the charts. You've done some things in radio. I mean, you're just very
Yeah.
well rounded. So how was that experience for you?
Well, the thing is, my dad, I look at my dad as my goal model, and he's accomplished so much, right? I'm just going to give a little history for some people that might not know. But my father broke many records in football. We already
Yes.
know him in football, but he was the first Black man to have a love scene with a white
Yes.
woman on film.
Yes.
Okay. 100 Rifles, if you haven't seen it. And so he just broke down so many barriers. He was also a music manager. He managed Earth, Wind, and Fire. A lot of people don't know that.
Mm,
And he discovered Friends of Distinction. So my dad has had multiple, um, I would say, I guess, titles and responsibilities that, have made him so legendary. And for me to follow in his footsteps is great. Like my dad, he would take me to a radio show on Sundays at the mall and he would do radio, right? So then
right.
I had my own radio show on Dash Radio called Daughters of
Right.
Legends, and that's where we interviewed people.
Mm-hmm.
So I've accomplished that. I've accomplished something like my father, plus football, plus acting. So I'm not going to stop anytime soon. I'm going to keep going, and see where I go, and help other people along the way. And that's
Right.
really what Daughters of Legends is following our father's footsteps and making an impact in the world, changing people's lives, because my father has done that. He's shown me that, being raised with him, he showed me generosity. He
Right.
showed me help. He started the AmeriCam program, which deals with gangbangers and teaching them self-responsibility and determination.
Amazing. Yes.
So this is why I decided to call the other Daughters of Legends, which is my partner, Robin Charles, who's the daughter
Yes.
of Ray Charles. Yes, she is a singer, sanger, artist,
Listen.
producer, just like her dad, you know? And then I have my other partner who's just newly added, Natasha Moyes. She's the daughter of Jerry Moyes. He created Swift Trucking and became a billionaire. And so I see her and she's hustling and she's helping military veterans, like, and helping people
Very
on
important.
drugs,
Yes.
trying to detox. So she already has, all of us have, we want to help. We want to change the game, but we want to do it bigger. We want to
Right.
do it bigger.
Exactly.
So, and as a
I
team,
love it. I
yes.
totally love it. And that's where we connected with you guys. That's why I was back here to like, yes, because when you were explaining everything, I was just like, when I saw everyone, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I love it. And not being starstruck is just the things that you guys
Yeah.
have experienced, what it is your beliefs are, the missions that you have, being heavily involved in the community, trying to make
Yes.
a difference in the world. And when I read about, her actually helping veterans, because of course, Dr. Doran, he's a veteran, and that's
Oh,
part of
wow.
his mission is youths, just like, you guys,
Yes.
as well as helping the veterans. And I'm
Yeah.
like, this was definitely a match made and connected. And I love it, especially when we meet people that, are like minded. And together we can definitely, uplift and build. And when I read that, I was just like, this was just meant to be. She said the words uplift and build together because we have
Yes.
to learn how to bridge that gap, and
Mhm.
just
Well,
there's
that's
so
why,
much room for everyone out there to
yes,
pursue whatever it is that they love to do
exactly.
without stifling each other, or like they say, that crab in the bucket mentality.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm
No, that
there with
no,
you
that's
all the
very
way.
true because, there's we can all have whatever we want, right?
Yes.
But it ultimately comes down to execution. Are you going to go after it, right? And whatever obstacles that you might have to, or hurdles that you might have to go through, you cannot allow that to stop you.
So true. So
Right.
so true, and I love everything about that. Ah, so I'm excited. I can't wait to see everything unfold. And I have some other questions that I know the audience wants me to dig into. But my big thing, I know you guys are working on something huge
Oh,
um,
yes.
for 2022, and
Yes.
I would love for you to share that with our viewers.
Oh,
What we
yes,
can
most
expect.
definitely. I'm so excited. We're hosting and planning and putting on a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
Daughters of Legend Super Bowl launch event where we're going to be launching the brand, launching everything that we're doing,
Right.
partnering with people that's going to support and help our mission to keep going. And it's just going to be a celebration for our fathers to honor them and give them homage, because if it wasn't for them,
Yes.
we wouldn't be who we are. And that's another thing. Daughters of Legends encourages fathers to be in their children's lives,
Yes.
because there's a difference, right? So this Super Bowl event is going to be amazing. It's going to have live performances.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Live
Yes.
performances. It's going to have some treatments, some body treatments, some massages.
Yes, I saw that. I saw and much much more. You had some
Yes.
notables, Robin L. Charles,
Oh, yes.
headlining.
Robin's performing.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
and I know you said comedian, singer, and of course DJ by DJ Quest Coast. Correct?
Quest Coast. That might change, though. That might change.
Oh, okay. Look, I was
But
like, ooh.
that might change. Um, but yeah, it's going to be amazing. And I can't wait. So I've been working on it every single day to execute on bringing this amazing event to Los Angeles for the Super Bowl event.
We'll be
So
ready.
if you're interested in coming, I am selling tickets, and you can go to daughtersoflegends.org and put in your email, and we will send you an invite to our event happening February 11th in Los Angeles.
Yes. So did you hear that, guys? Can you repeat that for them again? So that they hear it all because they're gonna say, Michelle, where do we go? I'm like, were you paying attention?
daughtersoflegends.org. And you can't
There
forget
you
about
go.
our cannabis lounge. We're going to be having a cannabis lounge. That's going to be
Yes.
really, really
I
nice.
saw that. Look, that was my next thing. I was just like, I saw that you support a lot of community stuff. You have a host of things that you're doing as far as federally legalizing cannabis. I saw vaccine choice, higher education, and business for single mothers. So, again, that's why I'm like, oh, this is amazing, especially with the partners that we have. We just
Yes.
interviewed another sponsor of ours, which is the Black Fairy Godmother, and
Mm.
she's done some amazing things as well, uplifting single mothers and
Oh,
helping those that
yes.
cannot, make it, putting them through school, helping them with housing, teaching them financial literacy, which is
Oh,
something that
wow.
is very
No,
well
that's
needed.
important. Yes. No,
Exactly. So
that's
that's why I
amazing.
said your program is just the same.
Oh,
Loving
wow.
it.
No, her program is just amazing. What I do is, I'm actually, for the Super Bowl event, we're raising money for four different organizations. One that we picked and have a partnership with that goes with our cause. So for the single mothers, I chose Lighthouse Ministries in Lakeland, Florida. I went there, I met with the ladies. They are phenomenal, but they are broken. And Lighthouse Ministries comes in and helps them and provides food, shelter, clothing, even for their children. And these women have gone through so much
Right.
trauma with
Yes.
sex trafficking and
Hmm.
everything, and they're trying to get their life right, they're trying to get their mind right. So my cause is to support them for the Super Bowl event. So some of the proceeds are going to go to four different organizations.
Love it.
Robin is Kids for Song for Kids, and
Right.
Songs for Kids deals with disabilities for young children and helping them with mentorship in music. And of course, that goes with her cause, which is music, arts, and education. And then Natasha, she's raising money for Vets for Child Rescue,
Yes.
which puts pedophiles and predators behind bars, and it's veterans. Once, oh, I forgot to mention, Happy Veterans
The
Day!
day, exactly.
Yes, God bless
Yes.
all of you. God bless all of you. Thank you so much. Thank you from my heart for protecting our country and giving us the freedom that we have today. So just happy Veterans Day. We acknowledge you. We love you. And yeah, that's for me and Natasha.
Yay, we love
Yes.
it. And of course, in the house media stamps that as well, as Dr. Dorn is a veteran himself. So we definitely love our veterans and we appreciate you, giving a shout out and letting them know how much you guys do support and appreciate them as
Oh,
well.
yes. So Natasha and I actually, we were in Dallas in June playing for a celebrity softball game. And they were raising money for Folds of Honor and for
Hmm.
child rescue. So yeah, we definitely support our military. We definitely support our veterans. Man,
Yes.
I don't know how you guys do it, but you guys do it. And that is just amazing to us because we wouldn't be here
Mhm.
without you.
Absolutely. And, my biggest thing is to see how so many are homeless and on the streets. And, we definitely have to do better as far
We
as
do.
lifting
And
them up.
that's what Natasha's plan is to do. We're gonna come together,
Trauma.
figure out what we can do to help.
Yep.
Hmm.
PTSD is real. Like we said,
Yeah,
mental health issue is definitely something that we have to, pay much more, better attention to, I should
of
say, because
course.
a lot of people, think it's that taboo word, and it really isn't. Mental health comes in various forms, but that's a whole nother topic.
That is
Um,
definitely a whole nother topic.
exactly. But I'm right there with you guys. I love it, and we'll definitely be there to support you guys all the way. So with everything, I know the viewers are like, okay, great. She's done so much. Definitely a woman that wear many hats. What's one thing you wish you had known when you began your career with football and your journey with everything that your father has taught you with the whole media world?
Well, I would say the first thing that comes to mind is I wouldn't have allowed anybody to get into my head and steer me off of my path because ultimately I was doing everything that I'm doing now when I was young. And because I listened to somebody else, it took almost about another 20 years to get to what I was supposed to do. So I
Mm,
was delayed for about 20 years. And everything happens for a reason, and I get that. But if you have that choice, make the choice to keep staying on your track and your journey of what you love. And if anybody comes with doubt or tries to downplay you, you just keep going.
absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Perseverance is real. Yes, love that. All right. So we know that it's usually fun to talk about all of our success. We've talked about your successes, your father's success, what he's inspired you to do, and how you are inspiring so many. Um, what
Thank you.
about, your biggest failure? What did you learn from it?
My biggest failure. Hmm. Okay. Yes. Okay.
She's like, I got
I
one.
have a couple failures. I had to think about that one for a second. Okay. So how do I start this? I had a business. I had a company called Blue Line, spelled BLULIGN,
Okay.
and it was uniting God and gathering God's people through husband and wife. And I would host events across the country. And I started in Vancouver, Canada, and I had Megan Good, my god sister, host it. And then I took it to Los Angeles, where I had Megan Good and her husband Devon Franklin host it. And I had live performance and a crowd of people. It was just packed. It was packed, and it was great. And then I took it on the road again to Houston, Texas, and I failed. I failed.
No. So tell us what you learned
Like
from that
nobody
failure.
showed up.
So tell us what happened and how did you fix that? I so love it.
It happened to me again.
No, no. Wait a
And
minute.
I had one planned for Toronto, Canada. And it was just that didn't even like, yeah,
It
it didn't
didn't
even
lift
go
off.
off.
Oh
But what I learned from those two mistakes and those two failures is that I didn't put in the work. I didn't put in the work that I needed to put in. So it took me a couple of months to readjust and get back. And, and this time I'm going through, overcoming the fear of failure, right? So I have a fear of failure from the beginning all the way to the end. And even when I fail, but it actually helps me to get rid of my fear of failure, right? I don't have a fear of success, definitely not.
no.
But it took me like a couple months. I got back up on my feet and I started planning one in my hometown, which was Austin, Texas. And Austin, Texas was great. It was great.
See?
It was great because I put in the work. I put in the work. I was even out there handing out flyers at Christian
She's like, this
concerts.
is not going to go left again. We're gonna
No, it's
this is
not. It
gonna come
was
to
not.
fruition.
It
I
was
love
not.
it. I
No.
love it.
Yeah.
Love
So,
it.
I was out there handing out Christian flyers, trying to partner
Oh,
with churches. Um, so,
always a good.
but it was a success to me. It was a success in my eyes. And then I took it to Philadelphia and um, I also had it was a success. So, but what I realized is that I had a whole team. I had teams. I had people. God was sending people in to help me, and when they were sending in their help, and I was doing the work, then I know that it was going to be a great event. And that's what I learned from my
Awesome. So you
failures.
had a great team behind you. Support system is always necessary, and you actually put in your contribution of work to make sure that
Yes,
everything
yes. You have to put in the
unfolded
work.
properly.
Yes,
Yes.
I was over there praying, like, God, please just bring the people. No, he's not doing that.
Look, I've been
just,
there,
just
so
make it
trust me.
perfect, God. No. Well, I realized I have to do that. God's gonna set up
Right.
everything, but I had to put in the work. So yeah, you gotta put in the work.
Yeah. And sometimes people just like to see the face behind everything, to see how committed you are to it. And then that's what I've learned from my past as well. Like,
Mhm.
making sure that you're actually fully engaged because,
Yes.
everything is so about social media now. And we forget that the actual footwork is still necessary, regardless
Oh
of
yeah.
how easy it is to push a button.
Yes, exactly. When you have a business, you have to put in work. It's not about social media.
It helps, but
It helps to
definitely not.
promote, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's about building it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing that part of you with us. Definitely, basically made it very transparent and just you being able to look back and laughing at it just show how much you've
Yeah.
grown and taken from it. So thanks for that. Look, I definitely understand.
Oh
Trust me.
my god.
So tell me, if you could remove all barriers and constraints, we know that you're working on the Super Bowl project now.
Hmm.
Um, what other project would you do, and would you want to be known only by that project?
And only be known. No, I never want to be only be to be known for just one project. No, because there's just going to be so many things that I'm going to do in my mind is going to be legendary. So definitely not. There's just so much more to come. This is really the beginning, and I say that lightly because it's not really the beginning, but it's the beginning of what's to come. right? So
Awesome.
I already have the vision, I already know where it's going, I know what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. So I have the plan. It's just, executing and keep moving on it.
Right. I love it. And I love how you always, emphasize that word, expounding on the word legend, because, in your own right, you're also a legend and
Thank you.
you're
Thank you.
doing
And it's all
legendary things. Yes.
yes, and I
Absolutely.
think that's why, we created the docu series to document Daughters of Legends, so you
Yes.
can see how we're doing it, right? And we're not doing it with the help of our fathers. We're doing it as women coming together and uniting and working together to help other people and make an impact. So that's why I created the show, so then people can see how we did it together and that other people could come together and do the same thing and become legendary, right?
Amazing. Okay. So your dad definitely, had a huge impact in your life, and, he definitely, set the bar, and
Yeah, he did.
he's a huge influence.
Yeah,
Give
he
us two
set the
more
bar real
people.
high.
So give us two more people that you would say have been very influential in your life.
I would have to say my godfather, Melvin Franklin. He was the original member of the Temptations, and he was just amazing to me. He just the way that he treated me, it was like he treated me as his own daughter. So it's
Mhm.
kind of like I had two fathers. And he inspired me to perform. I'm not a singer. I don't claim to be a singer, but, just performing in front of the camera, he inspired. I used to go on stage with him and sing the Temptation, My Girl from the Temptation.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. And he would change it to my boy, and I'd be like, my boy, my boy. Yeah, and I'm like 6 years old, like 5 years
Oh,
old.
amazing.
Yes. And then also my mom. My mom is an inspiration. She's strong, she don't take no mess.
Go,
And
mom.
yeah, my mom. Both my parents are like that. So I really like that about them both.
Love it.
But yeah, also my mom's an inspiration in her attitude and the way that she is and how she carries herself.
Amazing. That's great. Well, I love the fact that you're able to, you know, give your mom some recognition as well. We know your dad is a legend,
Yeah.
but your mom is a legend in her own right because she has
She
you.
had me.
Yes, there. See, exactly. And I'm quite sure she's doing amazing things behind the scenes as well. I love that. All right. So let's see. We know that your whole idea is, change, and you're all about helping, uplifting, and building. Many people talk about changing the world. From your perspective, your eyes, your viewpoint, what does world change truly look like?
World change to me is everyone working together, everybody coming together and uniting, right? Even if it's not the whole world, but people in our country, right? And it could be multiple, I guess, groups of people, right? But as long as people are coming together to work for the greater good and a common goal, then they can succeed in changing one person's life to changing thousands of people's lives, maybe even millions, depending on what you come up with, right?
Yes.
So, like, for example, whoever came up with the internet, they changed lives for the better, for us to be able to communicate, for us to be able to research, have knowledge. That changed a lot of our lives for the better. So that was just an example because the internet changed the world.
Yes,
It did.
absolutely. I
Hmm.
love that. I love that
Yeah.
you did that. Awesome. I mean, I can't say enough about you. You're definitely amazing. You are definitely inspiring me. Wanting to just stay on my journey to, you know, promote world change because I believe that there are others such as yourself that are along the same path.
Oh yes.
And together we can definitely overcome and do some amazing things. So kudos to you and your entire team. You guys are
Yeah.
phenomenal, beautiful, strong women doing the thing. And I love everything about it. So, where can our listeners connect with you online? We know that you have www.daughtersoflegends.org.
Yeah.
Can they email? Can they call you?
Yes, they can actually leave a message on the website. Also, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, Daughters of Legends. And then also you can follow me on my Instagram page, which is kimberly.b.brown.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. So before we let you go, what are three words that you would choose to describe you as an individual and why?
Mm, three words: fearless, unstoppable, and relentless.
Mm. Fearless, unstoppable, and relentless. Could you tell us why those three?
I think I've answered this.
Look, we want to reiterate it because reiterate she's
because
relentless
because
in
I'm
her
gonna say,
journey. Okay.
well, first of all, I'm not scared. I'm not scared. I have not been scared these past almost 2 years. You know what I mean? I'm still living my life. I'm still going after what I want. That makes me unstoppable. You know what I mean? So that's I'm not gonna allow anyone or anything or anybody else's agenda to stop me in what I'm doing.
Yay.
The
I love
period.
it.
Period. So
Period.
that's why I had to say those three words.
I love it. I love it. And remember, kudos to mom because she said she got the attitude from you. And I love that. So,
Yeah.
yay. Amazing. I just appreciate you so much for blessing our platform with your beautiful presence, the work that you guys are doing collectively and
Thank you.
cohesively together to promote world change because it takes
Yes,
a village. And, we're
definitely.
definitely behind you 100%. I cannot wait. We'll definitely be there in 2022. Okay, right along with you guys. So stay tuned to In the House Media. We'll be posting and reposting and tweeting and everything else. Check our Facebook, Instagrams. We'll share everything that, Miss Kimberly Brown and Daughters of Legend share about everything about 2022 and all the projects that they're working on together collectively. So thank you very much for tuning in, guys. And this is the fabulous and gorgeous Kimberly Brown and Michelle Diamond. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye, guys.
Bye.